we have our makeup. We are putting on chemicals on our skin. So we just started the Facebook live stream. So Andre, Rebecca, and myself, we are going to start. There you are. I can see you now. We are going to start streaming. We already have people waiting and looking forward to this. I'm so glad that we can hear you now, Rebecca. So many things happen right before the show, and nobody knows that. Yeah,
I know.
all I get is afterwards, like, "Oh, you're unprofessional." Well, things happened that we just cannot. Let's see, how much time do we have, Andre? We're about to get started, so I am going to share with my favorite groups. And then I'm hoping that for those of you who are watching, you'll also share. And Rebecca, it is time to dance while we're sharing. Everybody share.
We make mistakes, then we live in love. When life gets tough, and it seems like your best ain't good enough. If you're in need,
You get all the everything that could have gone wrong, went wrong jitters. Woo! But I'm glad we got you.
We skated in at the last minute.
So for those of you who are watching on YouTube, I don't mean to ignore you as well, or ignore you, period. We're going to be talking about Keep Me Safe Organics. And for those of you who want to go to whenyouneedafriend.com, Lily 10 will get you 10% off your entire purchase. So here we go.
The Lillian McDermott Show. To reach out to Lillian, visit her on the web at whenyouneedafriend.com. Now let's all learn together. Here's Lillian McDermott.
Hello, my listening friend. It's so nice we can meet each other on the air on this beautiful, best day ever. And for those of you who have been listening to the show for the last 7.5 years, maybe just yesterday, you joined us for the first time. Welcome back. But if this is the first time you've stumbled upon the show, then just know, even if you are on Facebook Live or this is your first time on YouTube, then please know that I've been waiting for you. Yes, you. Yes, you. Yeah, don't look back. Yes, you. And so that you know that this is a safe place that you can go to when you need a friend. It is my commitment to provide alternative ways to heal, and it is my mission to make awareness, responsibility, and truth a part of our everyday life. And I hope you, my listening, as well as my viewing friends at Lillian's Radio Show on Facebook.com/Lillian's Radio Show, if you want a longer way to get there. I am so grateful that I hope that you will feel empowered to embrace a new truth and live the life of your dreams. Now, today of all days, we get to play. We get to play at the end of the show. If you want to join us for our monthly tutorial with Keep Me Safe Organics, we're going to learn how to contour our face. Men, sometimes you might need some contouring too. So, or maybe you can teach your wives. You can go home today and say, guess what I learned on the Lillian McDermott Radio Show. But today, I have to quote the great philosopher Kermit the Frog when he said, "It's not easy being green." Well, what does that mean? For Keep Me Safe Organics, it's their mission. It is what they are embracing so that when you use any of their products, you know that you are safe. And so with every month that we have Rebecca Black on, we learn a little bit more about why we need to have makeup or cleansers or beauty products that are chemical-free, toxin-free, synthetics-free. I don't know if that's even a buzzword, but Rebecca Black, the co-founder of Keep Me Safe Organics, is going to say and discuss green beauty. Well, Kermit said it's not easy being green. So why is Keep Me Safe Organics focused on green beauty? Why is it important and how we can get it? And by the way, if you go to whenyouneedafriend.com and click on the Keep Me Safe button, you will get 10% off your entire purchase. And since it is our sole purpose in life to give and receive love and knowledge, I am grateful that Rebecca Black is here to do just that. Welcome, Rebecca. Welcome back.
Thanks, Lillian. It is so great being back in the presence of you and all of your listening and your viewing friends.
That's right.
This is one of my favorite things that I look forward to every single month. And I truly, truly enjoy the time with all of you guys and teaching people about the world of green beauty, because Kermit is right. It's a crazy world out there, and it can get a little scary. And it's hard to figure out what is important and what isn't important. And that's really what we're going to talk about today.
Wonderful. Wonderful. I love that. You know, when you talked about green beauty, we all know that Keep Me Safe Organics is all about keeping our body safe. We've done a lot of shows on what is a chemical that is, what chemicals are safe, and how it is that we can be wise about what we put on our body. We think that we're putting things to make our skin smoother, but eventually these products are making our skin drier and cracked. So tell us about your background and how you've discovered all this information that you share on the show every month.
So I am a cosmetologist by trade, and I've spent the last 15 years educating myself about the highest quality products that I can use on myself, I can use on my clients, and I can recommend for them to take home with them. And it was probably about 6 years ago when I really learned that the majority of what I had been recommending, unbeknownst to me, was either a complete different formulation for the European nations, or it's you can't buy it in Europe. You could only buy it here. And it was because of our very loose ingredient regulations here in the US. And so I started looking for cleaner options to use on myself. I was in these chemicals for 10 hours a day, 3 days a week. And so I was like, man, as you know better, you got to do better.
Correct.
And so I really, really, really developed a heart for sourcing the cleanest ingredients that I knew how to find at the time. And whenever I realized I couldn't find things that performed to the salon quality that I was used to, I had to form some strategic partnerships and go ahead and get my own formulations out there and help people make better products.
And you've done it, and you've done it well. I love Keep Me Safe Organics. It's the only thing I use on my skin. And we're going to continue our conversation off on the air at whenyouneedafriend.com. You can stream us live. You can listen on the radio. You can follow us and watch us on facebook.com/Lillian's radio show. And you can text us your questions, and we'll be right here waiting for you worldwide at whenyouneedafriend.com. Okay. Whew.
Yes.
We got through that. So for those of you who are watching now, and I'd love to see where you're listening from, sometimes these things we don't talk about on the air, but I want you to know that this is a radio show. And we record it because so many people said, I wish you'd record your off-the-air conversations, because these off-the-air conversations sometimes can be more powerful than what we hear on the air. So the people that are watching on Facebook Live and later on YouTube, once we upload the show, will get all the conversation, everything that happens, the good, the bad, the ugly, the interruptions, the distractions, all the stuff that's happening, right, Rebecca?
Yes. Oh, listen, guys, we skated in at the last moment. The audio wasn't working. Then the doorbell was going off. We were having some issues, but we pulled it together.
And we're here.
You know what? And here's the funny thing. It's almost like whenever you're a kid and you're having your conversation with your friends, and because that's like the real meat of, your life and what's going on. And that's kind of what this behind the scenes right here gives people access to, what really goes on behind the scenes.
Yes. Okay. So for those of you who are watching, and I know you're there, hello, Lucia. Hello, Deidre. I'm so glad that you are joining us today. And she says, good morning to both you and I. So thank you so much.
Morning.
I want to hear where you're listening from. Have you tried Keep Me Safe Organics yet? If you go to whenyouneedafriend.com, we are giving away, what are we giving away?
We are going to be giving away what I'm going to be using in our tutorial at the end. We are going to be giving away the contour that I'm going to be using, Egyptian sand.
You're using Egyptian sand? That's what I use on my for my blush.
See, and then that beautiful brush you have right there in your hand, we are going to be giving that away as well. Is that not the best brush in the world?
I don't know how you do it. I do love it. I do love it.
Yes.
And I've got very expensive brushes that are just sitting there collecting dust. And so if you go to whenyouneedafriend.com, you can get 10% off your entire purchase. Just enter code Lily10. I'm so excited that we can continue to dance and relax and talk about why it isn't easy being green.
You can text Lillian McDermott or leave her a voicemail at 407-373-5955.
And by the way, share it.
Once
Share
again,
it with your friends. Tell them to listen.
Yes.
Welcome back to the Lillian McDermott Radio Show, where we always learn and grow together. Today's teacher is Rebecca Black. She is co-founder of Keep Me Safe Organics. And so we're always excited to hear what is new in the industry, the beauty industry that is, we think that we are using products because it says all natural, all organic, or all this, all that. But really, Rebecca, what are some of the things that we need to be aware of even before we start thinking about going green?
Yes. Okay. So the word green beauty, it's like, what does it mean? And whenever I first started trying to navigate the world, I was like, oh my goodness, I need to do everything organic. And so I found some like organic hair colors and shampoos and stuff and skincare, but it was leaving everything so oily. And no one wants to look like an oil slick by the end of the day. And so there's a fine line when it comes to products that perform. And in the world of green beauty, what the world of green beauty really means is that it is free from harmful chemicals that can harm you and our environment. That's what it means. Because a lot of people, they don't really think about when they get out of the shower and they put a lotion on, maybe they go out on the boat or they go to the beach or they put a sunscreen on and they're out there at the beach or spraying these things on them, all of the styling products we put in our hair. And then we go into our waterways and a lot of what we've been using has petrochemicals in it. Petroleum-derived ingredients. What is petroleum? It's an oil byproduct. So you're putting that into your waterways, and then it's also going on your skin. And it manifests itself in your skin in a lot of different ways, in rashes, irritation, sensitivity. Some people have autoimmune disorders such as eczema and psoriasis. And so you have to use incredibly gentle ingredients that don't have any penetrating agents like your glycols in them that cause them to open up that outer layer of the skin so that something can go down in there. Mm-hmm. And so it's really important to make sure that you're using products that are free from those harmful chemicals that can harm you and your environment that you love so much and you enjoy every single day.
We don't think about that, Rebecca. That's a great point, that what we put on our body, and then I'm in the east coast of Florida, and we're heard in Jacksonville, and we're heard all over the world. And anytime you go into the water, we are affecting our environment. What I did not know before I met you was in Hawaii, there are certain products that are not allowed. Can you share a little bit about that?
Yes, in Hawaii, it was either May or June of last year, they actually banned 2 chemical components of sunscreen. On the island, you cannot buy or use a sunscreen that has those 2 chemicals in it because they have finally scientifically proven that it is causing DNA damage to the coral in their waterways. So if it's causing DNA damage to the coral, what could it be doing to your body?
Yes, of course.
And that's the importance of mineral sunscreen. So all of our makeup, our cosmetics are all mineral based, and we don't shrink the particle size so that it can go into your skin. It's a physical barrier, and we use a minimum of 20% of the titanium and zinc oxides for there. So it's a beautiful physical barrier for that that's not going to harm you or the environment like it has been doing in Hawaii.
Amazing, amazing. So what are the two products so that all of us can be mindful of these? Because I see so many people spraying themselves with all these some of the stuff that's oh gosh, what do you call it? The aerosols that the aerosols, and they're spraying their children. They're breathing all this in. Not only are they putting it on their skin, they're breathing it in with the aerosols too. And so what are the two products that they are using that they've banned?
Okie dokie. I am pulling that up to make sure that I give you the two correct ingredients, just to make sure that I do not misspeak here. So it is oxybenzone is one of those. A forensic ecotoxicologist and executive director, Mr. Craig Downs, he says it is really toxic to the juvenile form of corals.
Okay.
So when you hear that and you think about your babies at the beach that we're slathering down with sunscreen, or we're going to the theme parks, or we're taking a hike and we're putting these sunscreens on, just take a look at that back ingredient list. And if you see the word oxybenzone, OXYBENZONE, try to find something that doesn't have that one in there.
Okay. And what's the other product? Do you have that accessible? If not, we can look at it during the break.
Yes, we'll look at it during the break.
So at least we know oxybenzone, and but there's so many other chemicals. Many doctors that have come on my show have said that the sun is not giving cancer. It's the stuff we put on our skin combined with the sun for the prolonged periods of time that we're on the sun that is causing problems with the skin. And so
absolutely, that
kind of buys in. If we're concerned about our coral, and some people will say, I don't care. I don't care about the coral. If it's affecting our coral, well, it's affecting you too. So we're all one. There's more similarities in the world than there are differences. And so I want to encourage people to look beyond. If you don't care about the coral, then care about your babies. If you don't care about your babies because you don't have any babies, and just care about yourself. So there's got to be some reason. There's got to be a why. So let's talk about the why. Why has Keep Me Safe Organics gone green? You've talked about the environment. You've talked about toxic chemicals. But what else are you doing to keep green within Keep Me Safe Organics?
So to keep green within Keep Me Safe Organics, just like you said, the scientists have said it's not necessarily the sun that is causing all of these cancers. It's what we're putting on our skin that causes cellular mutation, the DNA damage. It causes those cells to turn over at a faster rate than they're supposed to, and they're multiplying at a faster rate than they are supposed to. And we don't use any synthetic ingredients that have been shown to do any type of that mutation of our cells. Now, we do like to increase cellular turnover because that is what keeps that young, youthful appearance. As we get older, our cells slow down, as do other parts of our body. And so they need a little bit of help getting off, sloughing off. So the gentle exfoliations, your vitamin A, C, and E that are naturally occurring in a lot of plant ingredients. And that's why we choose the plants that we choose in our skincare, because we don't want to use any type of synthetic form of those beautiful things that God has given to us that help us keep that young, youthful appearance. And so Keep Me Safe is all about quality products that perform, that aren't causing any crazy business to go on.
Yes. And so when you're thinking about the products, when I think of organic products, and when I see the labeling that says, that this is safe for you, if you look at the ingredients that you've discussed on the show, and by the way, you can go to whenyouneedafriend.com and just search for Keep Me Safe Organics. And we've done lots of shows on some of the chemicals that are harmful for our body that we're putting in and day out. Yet we are locking up our Windex and our bleaches and all that, and because we want to protect our children and our environment. But the reality is then we slather this on our skin. And so as we are looking at these products that say that they're supposed to be good, they might have fragrance, they might have different wording that we don't understand. But here's the thing, they don't stay on. Like you said earlier, they're greasy, or they might cause a reaction on the skin. Why is that you've been able to combine organic, non-synthetic, chemical-free, and it stays on all day?
That's because we don't really change the structure of anything. Just take our minerals, for example. I don't know what type of makeup you used in the past, but I know for myself, I've used Bobbi Brown, I've used Dior, I've used MAC, I've used L'Oreal, I've used Revlon. And especially when it comes to the foundations, they fall off by the end of the day. And you notice with our makeup, it stays all day long. And the reason is because we don't shrink that particle down to that nano size. And that's why it stays all day. It's a larger molecule that actually sits. And not only does it help even out your skin tones and make you feel more comfortable with your outward appearance, but it's providing you protection from the harmful UVA and UVB rays from the sun. It's that physical barrier. So it's enhancing your appearance, but it's also protecting. I think a lot of women, whenever they think of makeup, they think, oh, like they think of Mimi from Drew Carey. And the reality is most women do not wear their makeup like that. And makeup is a beautiful thing because it does protect against the sun's harmful UVA and UVB rays. And 80% of the visible signs of aging come from unprotected sun exposure. So when you're putting our non-shrunk down particles over you, that barrier is lasting all day, as long as you're not in a sweaty environment.
Okay, so I have to tell the story every time. Like you talk about all the makeup you've used, I've used really expensive stuff to cover my skin. I never thought that mineral makeup would cover my skin because I used to have melasma. It's going away. Ever since I started using Keep Me Safe Organics, it's like I can go now without any makeup and feel comfortable that the spots on my face have gone away. And so every time I'd go to my chiropractor and I'd lay face down on that little sheet that they put on your face so that you're not touching the pad, it was like they would peel it off of my face because it was so oily. And she would say, oh, this is gold because of the oil. But on that oil and that sheet was like my entire face. And so when I told her about Keep Me Safe Organics, I thought, oh my gosh, I wonder if I'm going to rub off on there. And there was nothing. There was just oil. There was no color, no nothing. And, and I'm very self-conscious when you wear these makeups, when you hug a guy and they have a nice suit or anything, you see your makeup just transfer on. Don't know how you guys do it, but I'm glad that you are. So well done.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. There's nothing worse than hugging somebody and half of your face is left on their shoulder. That's just a bad day.
The shroud of Turin. But yeah, it is. And then you start like wiping, somebody else must have done this to you. Not me, of course. And that is the exact shade that is on your face. It's now transferred onto. Now, why is it? What are these nanoparticles? And I do want to talk about that off the air, but yes. I want to encourage you to call 407-373-5959. That's 407-373-5959. We're going to be doing a contouring tutorial after the show, but Keep Me Safe Organics, Rebecca Black is giving away a brush and a little contour powder. So be the 10th to send me a message, a call, or comment. Messenger, and you'll get your own brush and contour. We're going to continue our conversation when we return worldwide at whenyouneedafriend.com and off the air at Lillian's radio show. We'll be right here waiting for you. That was a mouthful. Okay. So you talked about these nanoparticles. And for those of you who are watching, let me know where you're from. Welcome to the Lillian McDermott radio show, where we always learn from one another. Rebecca Black is our teacher today. And so if you have any questions in this classroom, you're welcome to ask Rebecca Black, who is just so wise. I'm amazed when you start talking about all these chemicals and products and all of this and how well-versed you are. Were you able to find the second product? We talked about the oxybenzone. Yes.
So the second one, I'm going to spell it and then I'm going to say it.
Okay.
It is OCTINOXATE. And that is octinoxate.
Okay. And why do they put these on if they're so bad for the coral reefs, and they figured out that was causing their premature life cycle.
Mm-hmm.
So why do they keep putting it in to our sunscreens?
Because it actually is a very, very, very good barrier against the UVA and the UVB rays. And I think that knowledge is power. And I think that we're at such a pivotal time in the personal care industry as a whole. And we are starting to merge that gap between the personal care industry, and it is becoming part of the health and wellness industry.
Yes.
So we've really, really, really come leaps and bounds in the last few years, especially with just our knowledge of, like, as you know better, you do better.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, in my heart of hearts, I just don't think that any inventor, as an inventor myself, I've never created anything that I knew had anything that was bad in it.
Yeah.
Now, some of the things that I had created, I learned later on down the road that, hey, maybe you shouldn't be adding extra sugar to that juice. If you add an extra apple, that will make it just as sweet.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't say why they did it. I would just probably say that it's just because it is so highly effective and the side effects of it were not known. And you can't know some things until you're widely exposed to it. And sometimes we don't acknowledge those things until it's too late.
Yeah. Dr. Lorraine Day, who was just on my show, will be airing her show on, we did a Facebook Live with a pre-recorded show, and it'll air on Friday of this week. And the first time she came on the show and she started talking about how skin cancer is a product of the topical stuff that we put on our skin to protect us from the sun. She said, think about it. In the 50s, there were a lot of laborers, and they would go out and they would either wear long sleeves or they were out in the sun and they were nice and tan, but they didn't get cancer. They didn't get skin cancer. And all of a sudden, we need to protect ourselves from the sun. And we're using these chemicals that are frying in the sun. So our skin is basically like on a skillet, and we're using the oil and I was really bad. I used to use all the oils and baby oil and iodine. Remember all that stuff that we used to do to ourselves? Can anybody remember on Facebook Live? Can you remember doing that? What's the worst thing you've put on your skin? I'd love to hear from you. Also, for those of you who want to participate in the giveaway, we're giving away, so it's going to be for everyone. I'm going to take the 10th person who either calls, texts, or message me. So make sure that if you want this, and I'm telling you, is this the brush that you're using for the contouring?
Actually, I had mine out this morning and I stuck it somewhere in the fray, and I don't know where I stuck it.
Is this
so I'm going to be using that is the one that we're going to be giving away.
You're giving this
that's
one
what we're giving away. And in my tutorial this morning, I'm going to be using our flat blending brush. So this is the flat version of that brush.
Okay. I've got my Egyptian sand right here. Oh no, I've got the wrong one. This is my empty one. I'm going to have to find my Egyptian sand. Well, no, I do have.
407-37.
Okay, this is where I talk about the show, and I'll reintroduce.
Once again, here's
dope.
Welcome back to the Lillian McDermott Radio Show, where you can hear us worldwide at whenyounneedafriend.com. You can also tune in on facebook.com/Lillian's Radio Show, or if you're on Facebook already, just click in at Lillian's Radio Show, and you can be a part of the on the air and off the air conversations. Rebecca Black is our teacher today. This is where we have conversations of taking 100% responsibility for the life we want to live. That includes health. And health isn't just about eating well. It isn't just about meditation and de-stressing your life. It isn't just about the thoughts in our head. It also includes the stuff that we put in our body, the chemicals, the lotions, the potions, anything that's part of the personal care industry. You know, we need to be aware that many of the products that are on those that are labeled in there that we don't think anything of are chemicals, no different than bleach or toxins that we would put away and lock away so that children can get a hold of, and we're using it on our skin. Today we're giving away a brush, a contour brush, and also one of my favorite, which is what I use for my blush, is Egyptian sands. We're going to do a tutorial afterwards, and so be the 10th caller or texter, and that includes the people who are watching on Facebook Live. So the 10th caller, texter, or message that you send me, I will give. This will be a gift for you. And you know what? I want it. So, so for those of you who have been tuning in to the show time and time again, you know that this is where we take 100% responsibility. Have you taken ownership of this by becoming a subscriber at whenyounneedafriend.com? If not, you can text me your email address. I'll do it for you, but you still need to confirm that you want to be a member of this very responsible group of people. This is a movement that I'm creating about taking 100% responsibility. Responsibility isn't sexy and it has a bum rap, but if you created whatever it is, if you take 100% and you say, I created this, then guess what? You can uncreate it. You can be a co-creator in your life and have by the choices that you make, informed choices that you make. So become a subscriber. While you're at whenyounneedafriend.com, make sure you click on all the icons. You have the social media where you can go onto Facebook Live, and you can follow me and subscribe on Facebook, Instagram, also Twitter. Poor Twitter. I forget Twitter all the time.
I do too.
And also, and then YouTube. You can go onto YouTube, and when you subscribe to the channel for whenyounneedafriend.com or YouTube, you will get both sources of if you want the videos or if you want the audios, then you'll get both sources sent to you as well. So if you can't listen at the time that we're airing, then you can watch at any time at your convenience. While you're at whenyounneedafriend.com, I ask that you check out my sponsors and you figure out ways that you can support them the way they're supporting us. You can also find us on all podcasts. So if you don't like social media and you don't like YouTube and you like to listen on podcasts, I'm on pretty much all the podcasts that you can find. Again, be the 10th caller. I don't answer the phone. Caller, leave a message, text me that you want the free gift today. Or if you're watching on Facebook Live at Lillian's Radio Show, then you can message me and you too will get a free contour brush, because we're doing a tutorial at the end, and Egyptian sands, which I really love. This is my favorite color and it goes with everything. And so I'm so grateful to you, Rebecca Black, co-founder of Keep Me Safe Organics. The products, it's the only beauty products that I have on my skin. And so I don't know how you guys do it, and I don't know how you created something that stays on all day, but you have, and I'm very grateful to you, Rebecca. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for that. And I mean, I love how you just said there to be the co-creator and taking responsibility for yourself and making informed choices.
Yeah.
Because for our listening friends who didn't hear during the break, we were talking about the second sunscreen ingredient that has been banned in Hawaii, and that is octinoxate. And you asked me, well, if it's so bad, why would they be putting it in there? And it was probably because when they created it, they weren't informed. They didn't know about the damage that it could even potentially cause.
Mm-hmm.
And so whenever you are in a tribe of like-minded people who always want to do the best that they can do,
Mm-hmm.
like you find here at whenyouneedafriend.com,
Mm-hmm.
with you, the Lillian McDermott radio show, whenever you align yourself with people like that who just seek to empower through knowledge, it really is a beautiful thing. And you're able to make better informed choices about what you're putting on your skin,
Mm-hmm.
in your body, on your hair, the clothes you wear.
Yes. And, just because it's expensive doesn't make it better.
Yes.
Keep Me Safe Organics is so affordable. It lasts a long time. And so let's talk about how we can make this decision to shift. And by the way, anyone who goes to whenyouneedafriend.com and they want to try these products, if you enter code LILY10, that's LILLY 10, you will get 10% your entire purchase. And so that is a gift from the show that we are giving you as well. And that's 10% off your entire purchase. So let's talk about soaps, because I love the orange bergamot, but
Yes.
there's a new one. It's a cranberry seed detox bar. And it was
Yes.
given to me during the holidays by someone at Keep Me Safe Organics.
Mhm.
And I love this. What is different about this soap?
Okay, so the cranberry seed detox, we actually just discontinued that. And we discontinued that because the raw ingredients on that almost tripled in price. So we just couldn't afford to keep it in the portfolio anymore. So that was actually our original soap. But I'm telling you, you need to try the activated charcoal.
I've got that too. That's going to be my next one.
And then the deep woods with the ground juniper berries in it. Oh my goodness. Yes, yes, yes.
That's the Manly Man soap.
Yes, that's the Manly Man soap. And listen, but I love it so much. The activated charcoal. Yep, got it right there.
I got it right there. It's my next one that I'm going to use.
Yes. Listen, you're actually going to love it. So I love that you're holding up there one of our recycled carton boxes.
Yeah, I was going to say this is
informed choices.
Yes,
so let's go back to that.
Let's talk about the green. It's not easy being green, Rebecca.
It's not easy being green. And whenever we started wrapping our soaps, we did not have access to recycled materials for the packaging, and now we do. Wonderful. So the activated charcoal soap box that you have, all of our new soaps that are being packaged now are coming packaged in those recycled cartons there.
Yes.
So that they are fully compostable. And that's part of green beauty too. You want to use packaging and things that are recyclable. You're not harming any animals. Keep Me Safe. We just got Leaping Bunny certified. We are so super proud.
What is Leaping Bunny certified? Let's talk about that.
So Leaping Bunny certified is saying that we do not use, no animals are harmed during the production of any of our ingredients. Like our lip balms, for example, there's beeswax in them. So that's what makes them not vegan. And just our lip balms and then our deodorants as well. But there's beeswax in these. So that is an animal byproduct. But the beeswax that we use.
I don't get it. I mean, this is an animal byproduct that is expelled by the bee and it's not extracted.
Correct.
But that's okay. And everybody has their own.
Yes. So, and the Leaping Bunny certified is saying that no animals are harmed to create any of our products, any of them. I mean, every ingredient, supplier, manufacturer, every single one of our people, they have to go through this rigorous testing to make sure that their manufacturing processes do not harm or contain any type of animal cruelty, harm, nothing.
Well, I am very proud to say that the Lillian McDermott radio show is bunny safe too, because no animals are harmed in the production of this show. So I just want to say this is how, we get like-minded people coming together. And for those of you who would like I don't really give away books and things, but this is really cool because this brush, I don't know how they do it. I have brushes that have cost hundreds of dollars in the past that we've bought, my husband has bought, and they're all natural and all these wonderful things that don't protect, when you know better, you do better. And those are the things I used to buy. The person who started this show is certainly not the same person. I may have eaten a bunny back then, but now I don't even want to harm them. So here's the thing. You be the 10th caller, texter, or messenger at Lillian's radio show. And in that order, I will check it. And if you would like a contour brush and Egyptian sands, which is the blush that I wear, I love, you will win it. So we're going to continue our conversation. And by the way, it's 407-373-5959. And we're going to continue our conversation on and off the air with Rebecca Black when we return. We'll be right here waiting for you. I'm pushing it to the limit. Andre is like sending me all these messages going, okay, get off. Okay. So I'm really excited to know that I am too. I don't harm any animals anymore.
Listen, I think it's so funny that you just said the late Lillian who started this show. I may have eaten a bunny.
Actually, I've never had bunny, but I've had chicken, I've had fish, I've had, somebody tried to force feed me deer. I just couldn't get past that. And I've had beef in the past, and I would say in the last, in my adult years, going into my 50s is when I made that transition. I didn't eat chicken. I did eat chicken and fish for the longest time. I didn't eat pork, and I don't. And by the way, people who eat pork, they need to know this. And once I learned this, I'm like, no wonder. But when people have pork, that is the closest to our DNA. So that's why we can have a pig valve, for example, and not reject it in a way because it is the closest. And I don't know all the technical stuff. I'm not a doctor or someone who has ever replaced a valve with the pig valve, but I will say that it's the closest to the DNA. So cannibalism, right, would be in order here. And I know a lot of people are going to go, what? Not my pork. But yes, it is like cannibalism. And it's also scriptural if you read the Bible. Okay, so we have, for those of you who are just like so upset with me right now, but Karen, thank you so much. Would love to try Keep Me Safe Organics, but not sure the colors are working on my skin without trying it first. Is there a rep or store near Miami that, Rebecca, please address this because you can get it and be safe.
Yes. Okay. So this is the beautiful thing about Keep Me Safe. If you get a color, it doesn't work for you, we exchange it for you. There's like zero issues. And so what we do is we'll actually look at pictures and then we'll find out what you're using now. And we will make a recommendation based on what it is that you're using now, what your skin tone is. And so we'll be able to see that. So Karen, give it a try, send some pictures of your skin and let us know what you're currently using, and we can definitely point you in the right direction. And if it doesn't work, yes, Lillian. So Lillian right now is in caramel.
Yes, I'm a caramel, and we did a facial party at Keep Me Safe Organic at the beauty bar, and we could do it again if you guys want to come up on a field trip, or maybe we can. Hey, Karen. If you can get 20 girls or guys to
coming to Miami, baby.
We're coming to you. Okay. Is that a deal? That's a deal. You're going to Miami, Rebecca.
Let's go.
Let's do it. Okay, this is our last
You
segment.
can text Lillian McDermott or leave her a voicemail
Already?
at 407-373-5959. Once again, here's Lillian.
Welcome back to the Lillian McDermott Radio Show, where we always learn and grow together. And Rebecca Black from Keep Me Safe Organics, which I absolutely love. I'm so grateful that my daughter-in-law, Misty Blue Day, introduced me to Rebecca, because she knows that, we are in a tribe. It's the Heal Tribe. Oh, and by the way, speaking of the Heal Tribe, just to change the subject just a little bit, if you want to be a part of the Heal Tribe, there's a special thing. We're going to do something totally different. We're going to do a Zoom interview with Jason Stevenson. So if you love Jason Stevenson, email me or text me your email address, and we will include you. It's tomorrow at 7 p.m. At 6:45, we're going to come in, get our seats placed, and it's through Zoom. And so we send you a link. You go onto the link, and you can have a face-to-face with Jason Stevenson. He's at over 1 million followers on YouTube. We're going to talk about how to create a successful meditation practice. And so Jason is going to give us some tips on how to do that. And if you want to be a part of that, you must email me. You must send me your email. You can go through Facebook, Messenger. You can text me 407-373-5959, but that is tomorrow. And it's going to be a really nice gathering. Now, if you want to be a part of the Heal Tribe, you can join the Heal Tribe, but everybody is welcome all around the world from the privacy of your own home. This is the first time I've ever done this. And so we are including everyone to join our Heal Tribe. So Karen from Miami, you can join us. Lucia and Deidre, I don't remember where you guys are from, but you're welcome to join us. This is a worldwide class with Jason Stevenson with the Heal Tribe. I'm so excited about that. Now, with that in mind, I want to talk about the question that Karen proposed is, how do we know that the makeup or the coloring is going to work for us?
The same way that you know when you walk down the aisle in the store and you're looking at all the different shades. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's really kind of that simple. And so we can even send her some samples, or if she wants to get 20 of her girlfriends together, get those girls together, and we'll come down and we'll do color matching for you guys. And so that's how you actually make the transition into the green beauty world. How do you, so we've heard all this stuff, but people may be wondering, how in the world, where do I even start?
Yes.
Well, it starts with acknowledging and taking ownership of, now we know better, now we need to do better. So you have to make a decision to change at least one thing that you are putting on your body on a daily basis. Mm-hmm. It could be the soap you're washing your body with in the shower. It could be what you're washing your face with. It could be a lotion you are using. It could be the bath soak that you are putting into your bathtub. Mm-hmm. And it starts with that one decision. And then with Keep Me Safe, you have 3 different ways to win in the world of green beauty. You can be a customer, and you can go to whenyouneedafriend.com, click on the Keep Me Safe link, enter the coupon code Lily10, and you'll save 10% off of your entire purchase. You can do what we've proposed here to Karen and get all your girlfriends together.
We'll travel.
To have an aging class. Listen, we should leave the aging to wine and cheese and not to our skin. And so we love traveling and going and telling people about the world of Keep Me Safe and how you can have beautiful skin. Mm-hmm. Or you can turn it into an income earning opportunity. Yes. And for less than $300, you can get a turnkey business. I mean, I know for me, the last business I started was a 315 square foot space of salon, and it was beautiful boutique couture salon, and it cost me $20,000 to outfit 315 square feet of space. And I have such a heart for seeing women look and feel their best, and that is one thing that I love more than anything. Seeing a woman who has gone through cancer. She's just gotten the diagnosis, and she sits in your chair and you are cutting her hair so that she doesn't have to wake up with it on her pillow. There's no higher honor than that. And whenever they go through that, there are some changes that their doctor tells them. And the first thing their doctor tells them, especially if it's a breast cancer patient, is to stop using antiperspirant. So if that's the one place that you start there. Myself, I have very dense breasts, and I had to start getting mammograms just to measure. And they told me whenever I went in, they gave me a paperwork that says, do not wear any antiperspirants. And so I asked why. And my mammography tech, she said, because it actually is not good for you. You know, and so that may be the one place that you start, finding one thing that you are willing to change and to give a go in the world of green beauty. Make a better decision, because now we are informed. Yes. Everybody listening today, everybody who's going to listen again, we are now informed. You know, the science is starting to prove it.
And with that in mind, Keep Me Safe Organics has wonderful deodorants that you've come up with because of that reason. And so we've given deodorants in the past, we've given foot soaks in the past away. So there's so many different ways that you can win. It truly is a win-win-win. And so we love. I mean, we've had the Lillian McDermott radio show parties, and we've even had men join our parties because, you know, it's not just the makeup, it's the cleansers as well. I love knowing that I'm putting cleansers on my body, and the Keep Me Safe cleansers and the smell. Tell them about the smell and how you've come up with the organic scents for.
Okay, so that scent blend, which is in all of our skincare, is a beautiful blend of vanilla, blood orange, and coconut. So we use the pure fruit extracts, essential oils to create our scents. You're not going to see the word fragrance on our labels because we believe in transparency about what our scents are made of. And so you can see right down there towards the bottom, you'll see the vanilla, the lavender oil, the coconut, and the blood orange. It's all right there. And it's a blend of those ingredients that creates that beautiful smell that smells like a creamsicle.
I know. But, you know, when you think of a creamsicle, you know, it's just even better than a creamsicle. It's so soft and so fragrant, and it's so gentle on my skin. And I will tell you, I wouldn't have aligned myself with Keep Me Safe Organics because I've tried other organic products. They're very expensive. And the fact that it was priced, it was affordable. And the fact that I use it on my skin. Anytime you see me with makeup on, you know that I have Keep Me Safe Organics on. I love the products because it stays on, but it's so affordable and it lasts a long time. And so for those of you who are listening today or watching us on Lillian's radio show, Rebecca Black is giving away Egyptian Sands, which is the blush that I wear on my skin. And she's also giving a contour brush, and she's doing a tutorial at the end of the show, after the show is done, and how to contour our skin, our face, so that we look even more beautiful. And so Rebecca Black, thank you so much for everything that you're doing to protect the environment and keep us all safe. Not just yourself, because you could be making products just for you, but you're keeping all of us safe. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me on and allowing me the pleasure of being in yours and your listening audience and your viewing audience's presence to share my knowledge. I love teaching and I love sharing knowledge.
Well, I'm looking forward to learning how to contour because, you know, I've been putting on makeup since I was a little girl, 16 years old. And I think I still, I've learned how to do certain things, but it's nice to kind of switch it up a bit. So I'm so grateful to you. Remember 407-373-5959 if you want these free gifts for today. You can also join us on Facebook Live at Lillian's radio show after the show to learn a little bit more and how to contour your makeup. But remember, men, this is for you too, these beauty products as well. Thank you, Rebecca Black, and we're going to continue our conversation after the show. And please remember, I'll be right here waiting for you worldwide at whenyouneedafriend.com. This is Lillian McDermott wishing you love, peace, joy, and unexpected abundance. Make it the best day ever. Yay. Okay. So, you quickly went through the, you can start a business with Keep Me Safe Organics. And you said for less than $300. But what do they get for less than $300?
Oh my goodness. You essentially get a business in a box.
Yes.
And our brand new digital marketing platform. So the business in the box comes with over $500 worth of products so that you can do your own color matching. People can try. You get skincare in there. You get almost every piece of our makeup. You get some of our brushes. You get some lip balm. So you really have the keys to unlock the success of sharing. And then the digital marketing platform is a brand new tool that we have just launched last week. And it is the world of social sharing. So whenever someone wants, a sample and they're like, hey, what is Keep Me Safe? And you send them a little link to watch the video about what Keep Me Safe is. And I go in and I did a video showing them about our rejuvenating glacier mud mask, which is phenomenal. Keeps your skin so soft, so firm, and it is gentle enough for dry skin, no harsh stripping agents in there. And it also contains 2 of our eyeshadows, a shimmer and a matte one.
I saw that. I've got it right here. I've got the mud right here.
Yes.
It's right here.
Yes. Yep. That mud right there is so good.
How often should we use it?
So it really depends on for me personally, okay, we'll just start there. For me personally, I use it about once a week. If I have been traveling or if I've been eating out a lot because I don't know if everything that I'm eating is organic or something like that, I will use the mud mask just to kind of keep all of the toxins from building up in my chest and in my face too, because the toxins, they actually accumulate in your fat cells. I'll even rub it on my thighs and my behind too, and let me tell you, it makes them firm. It makes that skin like nice and
you know what, I've not tried that yet, but I'm considering it. Okay, so for those of you who are watching, what I'm going to do right now, I am going to stop the YouTube video. But what I want to do is I want to have the tutorial separate. So if anybody wants to watch the tutorial, they can watch that separate. Or maybe, what do you think? I should just keep it on and people can just continue listening. So I'll just do that.
Okay.
So
that way they don't have to join anything else.
No. And
they can stop listening if they want to.
And if somebody wants to join my team and become my editor, they're more than welcome to do that as well. Okay. So I'm assuming that the men have left the room and maybe we have women joining us right now who want to learn what are the keys, because I see, people, where did I do with my brush? I just put it down. I see people, they're right here.
Earlier, Lillian.
Right here.
I don't know where I put it.
I see people, putting it, like little contours all over their face. And I'm like, well, I want to learn how to do that so that, it gives me a youthful appearance or whatever. What are some of your tips of the trade?
Okay. So contouring, what is contouring and why do I need to do it? Okay. So contouring is pretty much chiseling your face. You see, if you've ever seen a YouTube video where it looks like someone has like white and then they put it all right here, all the white areas that you see, they'll put it down the bridge of their nose and usually in a triangle on their face. And then they'll put some like right in the middle of their chin area and right above there. But all of the dark areas you see, like right there, you'll see the dark ones right down the center of the nose, above the eye. And depending on how big your forehead is how far down you'll bring that contour. So what contouring does is it essentially chisels your nose. It defines your forehead and gives the optical illusion of the perfect shaped face.
Okay.
It looks like just you, every morning you wake up like this. So what you'll notice today is like right now the light is hitting me right here. So I don't have anything besides my foundation and eyeshadow on right now.
You didn't have blush on.
I have no blush on. None.
Okay.
Nothing. No blush, no contour, nothing.
So let's do this.
What we are going to notice today is that my cheekbones are going to be like really defined. And my nose is going to be, so see how it gets wider right there, right now without the contour? So with the contour today, I'm going to really chisel that nose so it looks like this. So it gives the illusion that my nose.
So we don't have that little button thing.
Yes. Yep. It camouflages that button nose. So it chisels it right there. And then, so the light, whenever it hits my forehead, which is kind of flat, so it hits all right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to contour that part out right there into a diamond like this right here.
Okay.
So everything that's on this side up and this side up, we are going to contour that. Okay. And so then you'll be able to see that my face will look more oval than it does right now because I have a heart-shaped face. I am wide here and I'm a tiny bit more narrow right here, and then I have a pointy chin.
Okay.
So
what do I have? What do I have?
You have the envy of us all, the oval-shaped face.
Oh, we have the oval-shaped face. Okay, let's do it.
Yes, you have the oval-shaped face.
So with the oval face, do I have to do the triangle too?
So your triangle isn't going to be quite as far down as mine is. So mine, I'm going to take from the arch of my eyebrow up to the top, arch to the top.
Okay.
So you see how yours is a much smaller little area right there. So you're going to grab your Egyptian sand. You're going to grab your brush. We're going to pounce those minerals right into the brush, just like that.
Are you you're going to do the flat one because you couldn't find your
yes, because I set it down. I set my angled blending brush down this morning, so and I'm not really sure where I set it down.
You tap it. It's probably by your big old earphones that you have.
Oh my gosh! Listen, those things are they're right here.
I know. I missed them. They're part of your game.
Listen, I might have to bring them back. I mean, I don't know. Doing makeup tutorials in the gaming headset.
Okay, so how much do we put on here?
Okay, so we sprinkle a little bit of.
This is how little I'm using.
Yep. You can put a little bit more on there because with contouring, you really want it to show up. So I would do double what you are using right there. And then I will show you guys how much I am sprinkling in my lid for my personal use right here today.
You know, I use very little. And I know it. Oh, there you go. Okay,
so right there.
You're using?
That's how much I'm using.
Okay.
So just a few little crumbs. I mean, if I put it into a measuring spoon, I would say that's probably about a nice size pinched.
Or is that too much?
Yes. That might be a little much.
I just know extremes.
The beautiful thing about the contouring is that you can always buff back over it with a lighter shade if you get too much on there.
Yeah.
So once you put your minerals in, you're going to pounce your brush into the lid, pounce it all the way around so you get it all the way in there. And then you're going to start, so you're going to find those little cheeky bones and you're going to come right at the bottom part of those cheekbones. So we're going to go right here. Okay, so does everybody see how we're starting to get that soft little line right there?
Okay. Well, I want to, with me, with the lighting, it looks like I have this line that I want to get off so it's a little bit nice and blended. So you just do that.
So Lillian, if you'll take your brush, No, I always use the angled blending brush right there.
Okay.
So Lillian, wherever you see a line, and this is your tip at home too, if you see a line, you want to use little buffing patterns like that.
And by the way, I just want you to know the way I use my blush, and perhaps I don't know if that's right or not. Whenever I use my caramel color, I tap it, I put it on the lid, and then I spray it with my toner.
Yes.
And I give it more when my mineral is more of a liquid foundation at that moment, and I can manipulate it, and I use very little. This lasts me 2.5 months.
Yes. Yes. So I think the reason that our makeup stays, especially whenever you use the toner, is because the toner is organic aloe vera leaf juice based, which is it has a little bit of a stick to it. And so it really just sticks to those minerals, and it is like becomes like a vitamin foundation for your face.
Yes.
So that's why I think our minerals stay so long. So we can see that I've done both sides here. So before I had nothing there, but now you see this nice soft contour. So my cheeks are looking softer. So what we're going to work on now is the nose. Okay. So I want to come in, and I'm doing this without a mirror, you guys. Okay, so look at one side of the nose as opposed to the other. Okay, so you see how the little white goes further on this side than it does on this side. So I'm going to come and bring that white off on this side here.
Okay.
Now I see how I have one white line. It's no longer that little balloon at the end. So my little, it's so funny whenever you start doing it, you're like, oh my goodness, like here comes the contour.
Yeah.
But once you blend it in, it looks so good.
Okay.
Okay. So we see how, and as you step back, it looks like I have
the perfect nose,
the tiniest perfect little nose. And that's what contouring does. It creates an optical illusion. So you can highlight features you love, or you can camouflage features you don't love. So the nose ballooning at the end is one of those things that I don't love. I want to make it look nice and pretty.
Okay.
So after then, I'm not going to reapply any minerals until I see how much is left here, because what we do on the forehead here, we want it to be nice and soft. So again, we're starting in that triangle. So we'll just do the triangle on that side and do the triangle on this side. So we'll make sure I highlight right there. Okay. So then I'm going to bring it down just a little more right there. You're doing a great job, Lil. You are. I'm loving this. Like, this is like, let's make up. Let's make up. Yes. No, you're doing so good.
And for those of you who have just like are not interested in this at all, please share us, like us, and share it with your friends. Help their show grow.
Yes.
Okay.
Anybody who's mentioned like, what in the heck is contouring? How do I do it? Just send them this link, let them watch, and then that way they can understand what it's supposed to do and how they're supposed to do it. And this is just a really quick, easy way. We're not going with the super dark color that requires 20 to 30 minutes of blending in. This is a beautiful, neutral, matte brown color that gives the softest bit of depth and definition and really, really contours and camouflages those little areas that we don't want. Okay, so we started at the top here. We did this part of the triangle, then we did the other part of the triangle. Mm-hmm. And then we're just going to lightly buff.
And this is how I put on my foundation, is I buff it. Because I remember Rebecca said, you want to just buff it, and that's how it looks natural. Go like this.
Yeah.
Now, do you ever need to reapply?
No. The only thing that I ever reapply throughout the day is my lip balm. Today I'm wearing Cabernet.
I'm a burgundy girl.
Yes.
Usually
I'm wearing burgundy, but I had this nice soft pink shirt on.
Yeah.
And so I just really wanted to wear like this nice little Cabernet. And so, okay, so we see how whenever I step back, I want you to notice that I'm only white right here in a triangle pattern. So I'm just going to buff a little more right there to bring that in. So we see I'm white, white, white. I look like I have the perfect nose. I look like my cheekbones are just amazing and ready to walk the runway. Hey, everybody.
Yes.
And now we're going to move on to my chin. Okay, so my chin, do we notice here how it's completely white, like everything here is exposed, and I want my chin to look smaller. So I'm going to take off the point of my chin right there. And Lillian, for you, since you have a beautiful oval face,
thank you.
Insert hate here. So jealous. You are just going to do your contour right there in a triangle, just like that. So me, I'm taking off the tip of my chin right there, and then I will move into the triangle that Lillian just did. So whenever I move back, you see the white space that you see is much smaller.
So did you go from the mouth?
Yep, from the mouth down, like this, from there, from the edge of the lip.
Okay.
Down.
Got it. But you, what did you do again to?
So for me, I did the contour up onto my chin.
I see.
So I started the contour like right there.
Got it.
So that it doesn't look like my chin is as pointy. So I just softened the point, and then I did that bit there.
Okay.
So once you get your contour, so we've narrowed my forehead, we've softened the forehead, we have chiseled my nose, we have brought up my cheekbones, made them look super defined, and we have sculpted my chin and to look like Lillian's. That is what contouring does. That's why it's such a beautiful thing. I mean, it's an optical illusion without having to, go get a nose job or something, Yeah. Bumps on your nose or a crooked nose. You can take a dark color and you can redefine your nose so when the light hits it, it looks more straight. It's so easy and so beautiful, and it's a 5-10 minute thing depending on how much you're wanting to do and how dark and how defined you wanted to do it. So for me today, I just wanted to do like a really soft and an everyday look because most people aren't getting ready for photo shoots all day, and we're not spending 2 hours on our makeup in the morning.
And I noted that when I've had a photo shoot of some sort, I feel like I have like 10 layers of different, like there's highlights and there's like contouring, and then there's all these other things. And it looks wonderful, but it's not doable for everyday life. And so this is good. Is there anything else that you'd like to add before we go?
So like contouring, one thing that I do want to mention is that whenever you started doing yours, you have the same reaction that most people do whenever they do it for the first time, the way that I showed them how to do it. And that is, oh my gosh, I put on too much. Now, do you feel like that now?
No, I actually want to go see myself in the mirror because I've got the microphone, the camera here. And if I look down, of course, the light is looking different. And I just want to blend a little bit more. But I do want to check it out now that I know. So to recap, we do where the arches of the eyebrows are. And then, of course, you bring it depending on your forehead. Because I do have a forehead. Some people have a 5 head,
I'm like, I've got a 4.5.
You have a 4.5. Okay. So, and I wonder if that's why they call it a forehead, because it's supposed to be 4 fingers. I don't know. And for those of you who have, bigger than forehead, then this is.
Well, then maybe I really do just have a forehead.
Maybe you do have a forehead, because that's the 4 fingers. It's supposed to be it's not supposed to be. It's just what people have said that's the measurements. Like the measurement of the eye is like 3 eyes across. And so there's certain things when people look at measuring the face, and that's what I was told by a doctor one time. Anyway, but this, so we go from the arches and we darken the area so that the light is right here. The nose, so you darken this area right here. The chin, depending on how your chin looks, you darken this area right here, right?
Yes.
And then of course the blush.
Yep, the blush. And so what we, again, the point of contouring is to make your face look like it's a perfect oval. So for me and others out there that have a heart-shaped face, you want to just define your cheekbones a little bit more. You want to chisel your nose a little more. Again, I'm whiter at the end, but you can't tell that I'm whiter at the end right now because all you see, your eyes are drawn to the white where the light naturally hits it right there.
Mm-hmm.
And then you want to shrink the forehead. And if you want to make the forehead bigger, you do white. You do a very, very light color like this, and you don't have to do any.
Yeah, because some people have a smaller forehead too. Yep. You're right. Yep. Yeah.
And so we're contouring is just about creating an optical illusion. I shrunk my chin, didn't make it look so pointy. I just softened the curve of that. I softened my forehead just a little bit and softened my nose. Mm-hmm. And that is the beautiful thing about contouring. No matter what your face shape is, what you're trying to hide, what you're trying to accentuate, contouring will get you there.
Wonderful. And for those of you who are watching, if you have any questions, feel free to ask, and I can always relay the conversation or the question to you, to Rebecca Black of Keep Me Safe Organics. Again, remember, if you go to whenyouneedafriend.com, or when you go to whenyouneedafriend.com, you click on the Keep Me Safe icon, as well as learn about First Alternative Care, which is, I don't know if I told you about the telemedicine, Rebecca, $35.
You did tell me about that.
For
yes.
unlimited telemedicine for household, $35 a household. Check it out. There's also the pharmacy in Merritt Island. For those of you who live near the area, you get 20% off if you mention the show. It's all about helping each other out. And and of course, you know, my major sponsor, which is Liberty Health Share. Absolutely love Liberty Health Share. I'm a member as well. So everything that you see that I've joined my tribe with, is what I believe and what I use myself. So it's sometimes difficult to become a sponsor of the Lillian McDermott Radio Show because I have to approve it. And I wanted to share this one last thing. This is something that you can get at Keep Me Safe Organics. These are the names of the ingredients that you need to stay away from, and so these are tips to safer skin. So Rebecca Black, thank you so much for everything that you do. I hope that my makeup looks good. I can't see myself very well, but anyway, thank you so much for everything that you do. And you are a living example of when you know better, you do better. And I think of the many things that I've done in my past that I thought I was doing well, and then I learned a new truth, and that's why I'm so passionate. I want us to always encourage each other to learn a new truth, because the child we were back then, it supported us when we were children, but as adults, maybe something else will support you and resonate well. So thank you so much, Rebecca, and I look forward to our next conversation and our next tutorial.
I know, I'm so excited. And that ingredients to avoid card that you threw up there, I would like to mention that every single order at Keep Me Safe, we include that insert in every single order. So your customers get that with every order that they place.
Yes. And so I just wanted to share that with you.
Yeah.
And you can pause it and look and read, or you can get your own cosmetic and get your own little cardboard note that will tell you the top 10 ingredients to avoid in cosmetics. So thank you again. Please share this video and like us and help the show grow until we meet again. And I am going to stop our live stream now.
All right.
There you go. And our
YouTube. Fun with you.
Yeah, thank you. And our stop